Alright, welcome back to episode 7. This one's going to be short, guys, because we've got a bit of a problem. I have managed to... Well, actually, I didn't even do anything. I come in here to record today, and every project I had in here was either corrupted or gone. So, see, if I try to open this one, my path doesn't exist, which is absolutely bullcrap because this was never actually placed in that location. This folder was made in my PyCharm community projects folder. I've searched everywhere I can, and I can't actually find the file that we were working in. So these next few episodes after this one are going to be kind of simple. They're going to be kind of short. I'm not going to be able to go super in-depth and write a lot of code, but I will do everything I can. We've only got 2 things left. We got to make our walls collidable, which I'll show you how to do. We're going to write that code together, and we're actually going to do it on a whiteboard so I can show it to you, and that'll make it nice and easy. And then number 2, you got to make it, if a player health goes less than 0, we display some text, and I'll show you how to display some text as well. It's really easy. But I wanted to throw in this quick little update here. Just let you know, I've got some problems on my end. My computer crapped the bed here. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. Expect a video to go up after being recorded on a whiteboard. Unless I can try to rewrite some super simple collision code, which I very well might do. I mean, I'll see what I can do. I'll see if maybe I can pull something together where we've got a box and a player and we just try to make them collide, because then all you have to do is put that code into your game. I apologize. I don't know what happened. If I'm able to figure it out and somehow I'm able to find the file, then I'll take down this video and I'll put up a proper episode 7 where we go on and we do collision meshing. But really, there's 2 things left to do in the game. One's collision meshing and the other one is basic displaying of text in an endgame situation. So, I mean, let me show you something really quick before we jump off to very much, or before I end this. If you go to python.org, no, PyGame, not even that. Just go to Google, type in like pygame.font, and right here, this very first link will take you to the entire pygame.font webpage. This will show you everything you need to know about pygame.font, including like all the individual font set, all this stuff. Now, if you want to use fonts, you can come here to pygame.font, come into any of these where it says see examples for code, see example for code. Click on it, and it'll show you right in here and highlight the individual lines that it's on. It'll show you right where you need to be and exactly what you need to be doing. So for example, in this one, we're creating a font, calling it F, setting it equal to pygame.font.system font. Unfortunately here, they're using the font Comic Sans MS, and they're setting the font size to 50. Then, they're creating a text variable, which is equal to font.render, so we're using the font that we created right here, F, and we're rendering the text Hungry Snake. You need a variable true in the middle. I can't remember why. It explains that back a little bit. And then the color of the font that you want to render, which in this case is green. Now, I think if we come in here and click... Yeah, if we click on this one, it'll show us the entire code. So we can come down here to where they're drawing their text, right here. Screen.blip, text 1 at 6060. So the screen is our surface. Blit is how we draw things to the screen. That's the function. Blit. What are we blitting? Well, we're blitting text 1. And text 1 is a font that we set right here. And where are we blitting it? 60x and 60y. So really, fonts are super simple. I will cover those in a video on my own, but I just want you to know everything you need for Python is available right here on this page. Pygame documentation. It's on pygame.org. You can go to docs from there. So if you really want to just get to that, it's straight up PyGame.org. And then on the PyGame webpage, just click on the little highlighted blue Docs button, and it'll take you straight to everything here. Up on the top, you can see everything you can use. So for example, we were just barely in PyGame.font, which you can click on right here. And bam, this is the same page we were on. So if you need anything new, you want to do anything new, you can go here. There's actually built-in collision meshing with Collide Rect. It tests if two rectangles overlap. I don't use it very much because the last time I did use it, it was messing around a little bit. Things weren't working properly. You can try it. It might work for you. If not, there's tons of documentation about it. If you still have problems and I'm not able to help you out with anything, I want you to hit up, like, maybe how to make two rectangles collide in Python, PyGame. And you'll probably see pygame.rect, Stack Overflow right here, PyGame collision detect with object and rect. This is from Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow has an awesome, an absolutely awesome user database. They get on here and they respond to all these questions already. They've got code that's being written in here. They explain it all. And this is a good place to kind of start. I'm still here to answer any questions that you guys have. Again, I apologize. I don't know what happened. If I can get it sorted out, I'll be right back in here with some code. If not, the next episode will either be recorded completely in Sublime Text and we'll just do part of the code, or I'll write it up on the whiteboard for you guys. I've got a big 6 foot tall by 4 foot wide whiteboard. It's basically as big as I am. And I'd be using that. Until then, I mean, if you guys have already got ideas for your games, that's awesome. I've noticed not very many people have gotten more than 2-3 episodes into the video. The people who have, or into the videos, the people who have are awesome, and they're taking what they've got and they're running with it. As of the time I'm recording this, there's only 2 class days left to work on the final project. So I'd hope you'll take this seriously. I'll do my best to get a video up addressing any further issues I have and or getting this all fixed. And while I'm at it, I just wanted to say one more thing. There will be, I know a lot of you who are watching this are in the programming classes, and that you're probably not going to do anything about this channel or watch anything about this channel when you're done. But I did want to explain something really quick. I have on my desk right next to me a Maker Select V2 3D printer. It's this thing. That's a horrible picture, but why'd I click that one? It's this thing. This is sitting on my desk right next to me with a roll of silver filament in it right now. As soon as this series is done, and maybe even as soon as tomorrow, I'm going to be starting a new series on this channel about 3D printing a lightsaber and the parts of the lightsaber. Or a gauntlet. So either it's going to be a lightsaber, chassis, of course, which is these things. Building a 3D printed lightsaber chassis, which will handle doing all the modeling from scratch, printing it similar to this, and putting it all together. Or, if there's more popular support for it, a gauntlet. Which would basically be something similar to this, completely 3D printed, something you could fit on your hand. You know, this is another formal one. So those are the two. This one's actually kind of cool. It's the actual exoskeleton. And this guy's done a lot of work with it too. So we're going to be going in and doing some stuff similar to that, doing some cool stuff with 3D printing, and seeing where we can go from there. There will be another programming series that pops up that takes Python a little bit slower and implements PyGame into it to make the whole thing just a little bit easier to understand. The series will go much more in depth. It'll cover a lot more. It'll cover a lot more than I can, trying to go as quick as I can. And it will make a much nicer overall looking game. So if you're interested in programming after this trimester, if that's something that you're still looking to do, and you've got a computer at home, go ahead and install everything that you installed in the first video, because there is more content coming on this channel for those of you who are still interested, especially if you're taking computer programming too. If you're interested in taking that second class, by all means, go ahead, subscribe here, keep watching what I'm putting up, because everything that I'm going to do here is going to help you in that second class. If you're taking engineering 2, electronics 2, anything with the 3D printer, what I'm doing here will help you with that class, because I'll be doing all the 3D modeling in front of you, I'll be explaining what I'm doing, and I'll be using free software that you can download and follow along with me. One last time, I apologize for the way this has all gone. I don't know what happened to the code. I don't know what happened to all my files. I had a ton of working folders that I had in PyCharm, probably 14 or 15 projects I was working on at once. The only one that's actually left in this library, if I pop this open, is unfortunately this right here. Which is stupid, because this was a more complex version of this file right here. And all this file is me creating randomly generating terrain. In this case, the blue's the water, the green's the ground. I can reload it from over here. Maybe we've got less water and more actual terrain. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, everything, either I click on it and it says it won't work like this, or it automatically removed it from the list before I could do anything. So I'll try my best to see if I can find everything, see if I can bring any of it back. But if not, I'll have a video coming up talking about how to do collision meshing, and I'll cover fonts a little bit more in depth, because that's all we had left. We had maybe 30 minutes of code to write left until the game was ready to go, until the series was ready to be finished. There's a big, I mean, it sucks. It really does. I was excited to finish this one. I was excited to get this game ready to go. But for now, we're going to have to just play it by ear and see where it all goes. And hopefully I can either find the code, or I can gain access to my code. I might have a copy of it on the computer at school, but until I can get there tomorrow and figure it out, this is where we're at now. So, in the meantime, keep working on your games. You're all doing awesome. Just keep up the good work. And happy coding.